Here we are again. In today's practice, we're going to explore a movement that is playful. So not being so caught up in the perfect alignment or the perfect mobility technique, but rather exploring. The practice will lead us through some back bends and also some binding poses. To begin, you can come to lie on your belly, and when you get there, elbows to the side, palms stacked on top of each other, and place your forehead against the back of one of your hands. And taking just a moment to rest and to be heavy and soft. If you're a belly sleeper, maybe you just woke up from this position. And if you're a side or a back sleeper, this position may feel nice as it opens the front of your body. And breathe down into the belly so the breath can spread into the sides of you. And with your body in this position, you can really feel the expansion of rib cage. And with the forehead resting, there's great acoustics to begin to cultivate Ujjayi breath and really hear it. And if you find your breath's edge is jagged or choppy at all, concentrate on smoothing out the breath's edge. Then invite your head to rise up and slide your hands along your breastbone. Press yourself back to child's pose, and that can be wide with your knees or close with your legs. And if the legs are wide, your belly is really free to hang and to fill with breath. If the thighs are close, the thighs create another boundary to breathe against, to move the breath into the side body. And then stay low with your belly, but walk your hands back maybe a pace or two. So you can twist this. Take your right arm underneath you, turn yourself chest to the left, take the head down, left arm over the head. And just a bit of stretch for the inner border of that right shoulder blade. And then unwinding right arm, extend that one forward. Switch your sides. So thread left arm through and under, palm up, head down. Walk the right hand back, slide the left arm out from underneath you. Come up to table, bring your knees in to hips distance and tuck your toes under and sit back on your heels. And then rise up so you're in a little bit more of a kneeling position. Just allowing the arches of the feet to spread. And if it's too much on the toes, you can always untuck and lay your toes flat against the ground. And then take your arms in front, hook your right elbow under your left, create kind of a soft eagle wrap, and take a few breaths into your upper back. Then unwind and do untuck the toes so the tops of the feet go down. Stretch the front of the ankles now and hook left under right. Eagle's wrap. Breathing into the upper back. And then unwind arms, let that go. Walk forward, walk it out. Enough distance for your down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back into your first one. And as you breathe in this down dog, can you connect to a real emptying of your belly as you breathe all the air out of it? And notice when you exhale all the breath and the belly hollows back, how it draws your front ribs in. Then take deep breath all the way. And as you exhale, walk forward, but only halfway forward. Come on to fingertips, or if you need to, you can put blocks under your hands to bring the floor up to you. And then play a little game of leaning forward, leaning back. So weight goes into the heels, sit bones go way behind the heels. And then come forward so the heels get a little lighter, weight into the fingertips, arms and shoulders. And then come forward enough so you can feel your pelvis aligned directly underneath your feet. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Keep the pelvis over the feet. Your knees may be bent when you do that. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, bow. And one more, follow the breath. Inhaling, side body, center body long. Exhale, empty, belly hollows, rib cage draws in, folding over. Inhale, reach the arms all the way out and up. Exhale and release the arms. Step forward to the front of your yoga mat. And bend your knees, take your hands on your thighs so your feet are at hips distance apart. And move through cow and cat here. So as you inhale, sit bones back, chest forward. As you exhale, sit bones under, rib cage pulls back as you round. One more, breathing in, arching, create like a ski ramp out of your low back. And when you exhale, C curve, rounding like half a wheel. And find neutral, so the front ribs stay pulled in, belly stays back, and then stand up into your mountain pose. So the back of your body is engaged, tailbone is long. Bring your hands together in prayer. Lean forward, lean back, and find your center line. So looking for the place where you're strongest in your stance. Like if someone came over and gave you a little nudge, you would barely even teeter. And from connection to that place, that deep center, the unshakable core of us, we'll chant the sound of the Om one time. Exhale fully. Take breath all the way in. Then release the arms. Allow your eyes to open. And we'll start with Surya Namaskar C. Inhale, reach the arms all the way, lift the eyes. Exhale, bow forward, hip hinge. Inhale, lengthen, spine away from thigh bones. Exhale, left leg back, left knee to the ground. Stay low, grounded fingertips. Inhale, chest and chin, reach forward, as does the right knee. Exhale, down dog. Place the hands, dynamic step. Inhale, come to plank pose. Exhale, lower knees or knees, chin, chest to the floor. Inhale, slither forward, cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing. Breathing in till full. Breathing out till empty. Then use inhale, lift left leg high, keep hips level. Exhale, knee to nose, step the left foot through, right knee to the floor. Stay low, stay grounded. Inhale, chest, chin forward. As you exhale, dynamic step to the front, fold in half. Then inhale, lengthen, lifting halfway. Exhale, bow again. Inhale, reach all the way to the top. Exhaling, return to mountain pose. One more, left leg leads. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow. I mean the right leg. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right leg back, right knee down. Inhale, chest, chin, reach. Exhale, down dog, big step. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees and then flat to the floor or chin and chest. Inhale, slither forward, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. In till you're full and out till you're empty. And using inhalation, right leg up, back, hips level. Exhale, right foot through, left knee to the floor. Breathe in, create the feeling of lunging forward. Breathe out, step and fold. Inhale, lengthen front side body. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, reach all the way up and lift. And exhaling, release the arms. Then Surya Namaskar A 2 times with a little bit of a back bend if you can. So bend your knees first. It helps to create the back bend. Then inhale, root the legs, lift up, curl back. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back and lower down, or you can jump right into your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or maybe it's up dog. Pull it through. Exhale, fold back. Downward facing. In and out, empty. On the exhalation. Then full breath in prepares you. As you exhale, crouch, gaze forward, ribs pull in. Inhale, step or jump. Half lift with the rest of your inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, bend the knees a little, then spring up, curl back. Exhale, back to mountain pose. Try that again. Bend the knees a little. Push legs, inhale, lift up, curl back like candy cane. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, lower. Breathe in, pull the rib cage forward and up in up dog or cobra. Breathe out, hips roll back, downward facing dog. And taking breath in to prepare you for coming forward. Exhale, empty crouch. Inhale, go there. Keep inhaling, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach, bend the knees on the way up so you can root and curl. And exhaling, release the arms. Then come to standing. You can stay as you are, but open your feet to hips distance if they're not. Let your arms rest by your side, thumbs are pointing to me. And we'll do the shoulder articulation. So the first movement is forward and up until you feel like you hit a wall. And start to turn your thumbs in towards your head and reach them back behind you as you roll the head of your arm bones forward. Arms go into extension. Bring the arms along the side. Now your thumbs will be pointing in towards your hips. Reverse that. So reaching way back. Roll the thumbs out. Sweep the arms out, up, long by the ears. And bring them forward and down. Let's do two more. Forward and up. See if you can stay standing really tall, not back bend in this. Thumbs spin in, they start to spin out. Reach way back behind you. Bring the arms along the sides of you, thumbs pointing in. Reverse, keep your elbows straight. Thumbs roll out. Sweep arms out, up. Bring arms forward and down. One last time, forward, up. Thumbs turn in towards the crown. Reach them back behind you. Reach the arms back. Keep turning your thumbs. Shoulder heads roll forward. Arms by the side, thumbs pointing in. Reverse, push back. Thumbs out. Armpits roll out. Reach the arms out and up. And bring the arms forward and back down. Then reach up, hold opposite elbows. Create a feeling like you're trying to pull your arms away from each other. Reach up through the crown of your head, press down through your feet. Then open up your feet just a little wider than the hips. Keep that action of pulling your elbows away from each other. Bend your knees and fold over. Then let the arms get really loose, so this becomes ragdoll with a little side-to-side sway. Find the middle, release the hands to the floor. Heel toe in so you're at hips distance. And take your left leg way back to lunging. Crown of the head reaching forward, left heel reaching backwards. Belly pulls up, reach arms forward and up, come to high lunging. So breathe yourself tall in this pose. Then release hands forward down. Let your back knee come to the ground. Untuck your back toes, both hands right thigh. In and out with this lunge. So we do this quite a bit in my classes. Inhale, pull back, more vertical pelvis, tailbone down. Exhale, lunge forward. So rather than putting too much of a demand on the left hip flexor, we're kind of flirting with the stretch. As you next go forward, stay forward. Navel back, tailbone down, reach the arms. Then create a twist. So right arm behind you, left arm forward. So you're active in your rotation. We haven't hooked the arm yet. So it's really remarkable how much you can do without the arm hooked, and then how much more you can do when you hook the arm. So go there. Left elbow, right hand turn. And if you want to fire it up, you can tuck your back toes and lift your back knee off the floor. And then unwind, touch ground. Lift your back knee by tucking the back toes. Now pivot, prasarita, and do a little side to side. Find the middle, hands to hips. Inhale, come up. Exhale here. Reach back, interlace hands with one another. Knuckles back, elbows straighten. Inhale, chest and eyes go up. Exhale, bow forward. Prasarita with hands interlaced. And then staying folded, release hands to ground. Pivot to the left, so you're coming to lunge stance, facing the back edge of your yoga mat. Crown of head reaching away from the heel. Find strong legs, navel in, high lunging. Then release the hands, touch down, lower the back knee to the ground, untuck the toes, back and forth, in and out of the lunge again. So you inhale, get vertical pelvis, exhale, go in. And find the depth of it. Reach up once again, big opening right hip flexor. And then add the rotation. What can you make on your own? Then lean it forward, elbow outside, hands matched together, turn. And then release, touch down. Lift the back knee off the floor. Put a little bit of bounce in your hips and either step or jump switch your legs. So the right leg is forward and your left leg is back. Go to prasarita, so you pivot to the left, side to side movement. Then come to the middle, hands to the hips, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Second side or second round shoulder stretch. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, interlace. Inhale, chest and eyes lift. Exhale, bow. Head down, arms over. And then release, touch the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pivot to the left, back to the front of your mat. Step all the way back to down dog. Take vinyasa, inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower. Inhaling up dog or cobra. Exhale, fold it back, downward facing dog pose. Then take breath all the way in. When you exhale, empty belly, rib cage pulls back, crouch low. Inhale, step or spring. Half lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. And go back to bent elbows, holding opposite elbows, feet at hips distance. Try to pull your arms apart. Crown of head reaching. And take the feet a little bit wider. Take breath all the way in. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward. Now get really passive in your hang and sway. And find the center. Release the hands, heel toe, feet in so they're at hips distance. Now it's right leg that goes way back to lunging. Crown of head reaching away from heel, belly in, come to high lunge. We're doing a little bit of travel around our mat today. Slowly release hands to floor. Right knee comes down. Untuck, both hands left thigh. You know where we're going. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, deepen. Do it a few times. Again, flirting with right hip flexor opening. And coming into the depth of it, get more vertical in your reach. And see what kind of turn you can do on your own. How much of the center of the chest can you get to turn to the left? Add a little lean forward. Right elbow outside of the left knee, hands match in prayer. And if you want to add, back knee comes off the floor. If you raise your back knee, lower it down. Unwind. Tuck back toes, knee up, pivot, prasarada, side to side. So you could stay with this, moving side to side, or you could really drop into one hip, turn the other heel so it lifts. And if you're feeling super playful, you can bind, you can hang out there. Bind, internal rotate right shoulder, bind around the right knee. And then bring it across, so touch down, go over to the other side. So dropping it low, traveling side to side, or sink down into it, turn the right toes up. Play with that, or internal rotation of left shoulder. Right hand holds hands with left hand, taking the bind. unwinding. Touch down, come to the middle, 10 toes facing forward. Walk to your right. Here we go. Last round. Bending right knee, left heel reaches away from the crown of the head. Find your way up, high lunge. And touch down, lower the knee. Untuck, flirt with it. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, go in. And then get in there, deep depth of the lunge, reach up. Add your turn. How much can you create just with your own strength? And then add the hook of elbow to help you. Hands match, maybe back knee lifts. Unwind, touch ground. If the knee's not up, go ahead and tuck toes and lift it. And then pivot. Keep pivoting. Downward dog, step all the way back. So we're back at the front. Vinyasa if you want it. And then meet in child's pose. So try child's pose on again. After all that twisting, all that turning, all that lunging. And then from child's pose, coming up to hands and knees, and then going forward and down onto the belly. Coming back to where we were in the very beginning of class with the elbows wide and the head resting on the hands. When you place your hands, can you stack your left one on top of your right one instead of the other way around? Now keep your head connected to your hand. And when you inhale, lift your left arm up off the floor, your forehead still connected. Exhale, touch down. Keep your legs super solid and strong, tops of the feet pressing. Inhale. So it's just the left arm that raises away from the right arm. Right arm stays pushing into the floor. Exhale down. One more with the right side. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to add a little turning open. So keep the left hand connected to the forehead. When you inhale, left arm lifts up, but you're turning your chest to the left. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, root the right arm, open up. Exhale, down. One more like that. Breathe in, open up, kind of like a can opener. And exhale, lower. Switch your stack, so right on top of left. Take a few breaths, forehead connected. And then keep the hands super glued to the head. When you breathe in, press down into left arm. Let the right arm float, head floats. And exhale straight down through the center. See if you can link this with breath. So if I'm talking faster than you're breathing, feel free to move more slowly. Now can you begin to add the twist? So when you inhale, arm stays connected, open chest to the right. And down. Again. Last one. Forehead rest, hands stack. Now into Sphinx. Forearms grounded underneath you, elbows right over the fronts of your shoulders. Push down into the forearms. Tailbone is long, so you'll feel like almost like you're tucking your tailbone a little bit, or you're scooping your pubic bone forward on your yoga mat. Arms drag back, chest forward. And then stay high up in the chest. Turn your left forearm into the middle. Bend your right knee, grab your foot. So you may need your strap to loop your foot. Pull your heel in towards your backside. Some of you have the inner foot hold, in which case you're going to turn the hand, elbow up, fingers wrap over the toes, and you give a bit of a push down. So it really depends on like the length of your arms, torso, thigh bones, how you're going to grab. Right knee reaches away, chest reaches forward. Take one more breath. And release that side. When you land your right leg, it probably went off to the side, so bring it to the middle. And then turn your right forearm in, bend your left knee, grab the foot. Outer ankle, hook the foot with a strap, or do the pivot of the hand to wrap the fingers over the toes. And two opposing forces, so it's chest forward, left knee back. And release, hold of the left foot. Come up through hands and knees pose. And isolate your low back, your lumbar, and your sacrum area, and do tiny baby cat-cows, but you're just focusing on the lower parts of your spine. And go to a place that feels more neutral for you. Walk your knees back, tuck your toes under, lift up and back, downward facing. Then as you exhale, can you exhale till you're all the way empty? Bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or float. Half lift. Exhaling, fold over. Inhale, reach all the way up to the top. And exhaling, return to your mountain pose. And then this is totally new. So we've never done this in my class before. It's a bit of an exploration of dancer, but dynamically. So raise your arms up, palms facing into each other. And then balance on your left leg, bring your right knee up towards you. Now take hold of your knee, and as you exhale, can you round? Kind of like standing up cat. When you inhale, you're going to go the other way. Arms reach up, leg goes back. Kind of like standing up cow. Exhale, pull it in, round. Inhale, extend. Do it a few times. It's interesting to balance on the one leg while you're taking your spine in these different directions. One more. And exhale, pull it in. Release the right leg, come to standing tall mountain pose. And just feel into the sensation of the right side of your body in comparison to the left side. Then put weight into right leg only, reach the arms. Find that structure of like upward reach, like sun salutation. Put weight into the right leg, bring the left knee up, find the balance of it. Then reach and hold mid-shin or knee. Exhale, really empty belly, ribs back, even look down. And inhale, move away from yourself, extend. Exhale, bring it back. Follow the rhythm of your breath. Last one. Come to vertical, release the left leg. Stand in mountain pose and feel the evenness between the sides of the body. Then left arm overhead, bring your right knee up towards you. When you hold it, can you grab down by the ankle? Exhale, round. Inhale, extend, dancer's pose. See if you can take it, back leg back and up, left arm forward. As slowly as you go in, can you back your way out? Bring it back to knee to nose. And put it down. It looks like that went okay out there. Let's try the other side. So mountain first. New ways of moving, playful ways of moving. Bring your right arm up. Bring your left knee up. Can you bring it in so close that you can grab the outer ankle? Exhale, round. Then inhale, go the other way. Extend the back. Tug up on the back leg and bow. As slow as you went in, can you come out? Can you complete the circle by going more cat? And release the left leg. Release the right arm. Inhale, reach all the way. Curl back. Exhale, bow forward. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhale, step back, lower down if you want chaturanga, or you can go right to downward dog. If you're taking the whole vinyasa, flow all the way through, and we'll meet in downward facing. From here, right leg goes up and back. Keep your hips level. Exhale, right shin underneath you. Land it in pigeon. Move your back leg back. Untuck the toes back there. Can you stay lifted? Lift the chest, lift the chin slightly. So you can feel the presence of dancer in your pigeon pose. Now, belly back, tailbone down. So it's going to feel a little bit like you're going into cat. Scoop the pubic bone towards the chest and then march forward. Keep the navel in and up. Push the floor out of the way. Feel how that impacts your right hip quite differently than regular pigeon. And then from all this strength, this like structure and hold, let go. Get so watery. Extend even farther forward. Let your forehead rest. And take a slow walk back, back, back. Tuck your back toes under, push the floor, downward dog. Take the left leg up and back, hips level. And when you exhale, shin bone goes underneath you. Set it up for pigeon. Proud pigeon with the back bend present. Then start to negate the back bend. So it's like tailbone under you, kind of like a crochet hook towards your belly button. And take a march forward. Can you keep hollowing back in the belly? One more breath with that like strong isometric hold. And then everything lets go, get watery, soft, and extend. And walking hands and arms back in. Take the leg that's behind, bring it all the way around. Extend both legs forward. Either straight legs with a vertical spine or bent knees with a vertical spine. So however you have to position your legs so your spine can be vertical. Inhale, reach up. And exhale out and over, and then stay there. Thigh bones press down. Inhale, lengthen again. So it's like you're getting longer in your low back. Exhale, folding out and down. Head to leg forward fold. So Paschimottanasana, or westward stretch. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, come all the way up. And then bend your right knee back towards you. I'm going to turn forward so this has a little better visual. Right knee towards you, and then take hold of your right leg any which way, and you're just going to do total nonsense things with your leg. So we've done this a few times, right? Maybe you're stirring the soup, you're bending and straightening, you're kissing the knee. Like, it doesn't have to make sense. Just play around with it. So this kind of erratic movement to allow your hip to open some. And nobody can see you, so you can get crazy over there. And then bring the knee in, place the foot down so you have it real close to your sit bone. Make space between the inside of your thigh and the inside of your right foot. Lean off to the left and reach as far forward with the right side body and right arm as you can. And then this may be your Mrityasana pose for the day. Or you squeeze your right knee in and you bind right around the right leg. And you could keep it half bound, so you just wrap the arm. Or you can go left hand behind, hold hands with yourself, or use your strap. Folding forward. Use inhale to lengthen. And when you exhale, coming up, unwinding, unbinding. Second side, step your left foot back, grab your leg any which way, and then have at it. Any craziness you want to explore. All right, a little bit more crazy. And then we'll go to the second side. So pull the knee in. Foot really close to your sit bone so your knee is as vertical as possible. Right hand beside you. Go way forward with left arm, left side body. And this can be the whole pose today. Or you squeeze the knee in, wrap the arm, half bind, maybe right arm behind, full bind, forward and down. Use in-breath and lengthen. And exhale and come all the way up. Let go of that right leg and then bring that left leg back in towards you. How close can you step your foot without using your arms to drag? So let it land where it lands, and if you need to pull it in, scooch it in just a little bit more, go there. Keep hugging right leg with left arm behind you. And instead of leaning way back, can you keep your hands pretty close in so you stay vertical? Take breath in and exhale, turning belly, chest, and eyes back to the right. And if you have the practice of letting your knee falling in and taking the bind in this twist, you can take the bind in this twist. Use in-breath, eyes look forward. Exhale, unwind. Right leg steps. How close in can you get your left leg without having to use your hands or your arms? And then wrap with right arm. Set the left hand behind. Stay as vertical as possible. Take breath in. Exhale, do your turn. And you can bind around the left leg if you have that practice of Mrityasana C. And use breath in, eyes forward. And exhaling, unwinding. Crisscross your legs and come to downward facing dog. So I'd like to go upside down in some fashion today. So from your down dog, first stage of maybe taking inversion, we'll go to dolphin. So let your knees come down, lay your forearms grounded. If it helps to interlace the hands, you're welcome to take that interlaced version. And then dome the upper back so the ribs pull in and let the hips reach up and back. So this is headless headstand. Just let your head hang, let your hips be high. So maybe you stay for 5 breaths and you come down into child's pose for 5 breaths and you go back up for 5. If you'd like to take headstand, the interlaced hand version, come into that for 5 to 8 breaths. If you need a wall, feel free to move your yoga mat over to a wall. If you're not sure if you need a wall, better to use one at home than to not have it if you need it. Just a few more breaths, upside down, whether you're in dolphin or you're in your headstand. And then slowly making your way down. We'll meet in child's pose, so whether dolphin or headstand. Find your way to child's pose. Let your forehead release into the floor. And headstanders, if you'd like to hold your heels, just to allow the shoulder blades to pull down and widen on your back. To release the upper back from the headstands, take this version. Arms extending forward, up through table, real brief. Swing your legs around. Come down onto your back. Knees bent, soles of the feet grounded. Start with taking arms wide like a T and gently rolling your head side to side, releasing the neck, releasing the jaw. And then roll the head to the center. Cross your right ankle over your left leg. Take a supine version of pigeon or threading eye of needle around the shin or around the back of your left thigh. Releasing now the clasp, arms back to that T, land your left foot, turn it into a twist, hips to the left, head to the right. And slowly head to center, lower body back to the center. Right knee into you, left leg slides long along your yoga mat. Circle your right ankle several times in one direction, just releasing the ankle from all that balance work we did in Dancer. And go a few times the opposite way. And relaxing foot and ankle. Can you reach behind your thigh and pull it in really close, kind of locking your thigh into position? Flex your foot strong. Pivot your right toes out to the right and straighten the leg about 3/4 of the way. Do a quick little switch. Toes, ankle, and foot turns in to the left and pull your heel down. Just increasing some rotation in our knees. With the big toe pulled into the middle, straighten the leg 3/4. Quick little switch of lower leg bones out to the right and pull your heel down. Keep the pinky toes angled over in that direction. Straighten 3/4 of the way. Switch to internal and pull it down. Relax that foot to the floor. Cross your left ankle over your right thigh, back to the pigeon, supine, right leg pulls in. You can grab around thigh or to shin bone. Take a few breaths. Releasing that interlace, land your right foot. Arms wide, turn it into a twist, hips to the right, head to the left. And back through to the center. Left knee into you, right leg long along your mat. Circle left ankle. And then take it back the opposite direction. Interlace behind the thigh. Bring it in really close so the thigh bone will not be able to move. Flex your foot. Pinky toe off to the left, straighten 3/4. Turn the lower leg bone and the foot internally to the right and pull your heel down. Keep the foot pivoted right and straighten 3/4. Do a quick little switch, pivot off to the left and pull it down. And keeping the toes angled in that direction, straighten 3/4 of the way. Roll the knee, lower leg bone and foot internally and pull your heel down. Let go of that left leg, both legs long along the mat. Coming into our final and the best of all poses, Shavasana. Set yourself up so it's comfortable and sustainable. And there's no sense trying to rest if you aren't comfortable. So if you need to bend your knees to allow your low back to be a little more free, bend your knees. If you need props to support you out there, grab your props. And then just letting yourself go. Let go of the need to control the breath. And let go of the breathing with sound. So the breath will become more quiet, natural in its rhythm. And bringing either a feeling of heaviness or lightness to your body. So maybe relaxation for you is associated with heaviness. Or maybe when you think of relaxation, you think of lightness. Just invite that quality into your Shavasana. And so aware of the whole body taking on that. And then scanning around through the individual parts of the body. And letting them take on that heaviness or lightness. Feet and toes. Legs and hips. Front of torso. Back of torso. And shoulders and arms. Hands and fingers. Neck and head. Eyes and ears. Nose and lips. Forehead and chin. And bringing awareness back to breath. And feel rise and fall as your inhale is drawn in and your exhale is let go of. And brush your thumb fingertip against the rest of the fingertips, bringing some sensation of touch to the hands and fingers. And then explore the pattern of reaching, extending out into the space around you. Bending one knee and then the other. Rolling softly onto the side. And with your eyes closed, feel your way up to seated. And we'll chant the sound of Om to close. Exhale fully. Take breath all the way in. And may the merits of the practice we've done here today benefit all beings everywhere. Namaste.